Even with their good jobs, hundreds of Canadians working for the federal government sure don't feel rich. They're still waiting for paychecks. And the rest of us are on the hook for the bungled government pay system known as Phoenix. The program was supposed to save taxpayers $70 million a year. Instead, a Senate committee says the bill to fix it is on track to cost taxpayers $2.2 billion. Our Ottawa Bureau Chief Mercedes Stevenson reports.
I am so pissed off.
Michelle Wiltshire's job inside Canada's federal prisons was tough. Now the retired corrections manager is spending her retirement fighting for her pay. She's one of thousands of current and former federal government employees devastated by the Phoenix pay system.
I'm paying taxes for them to keep screwing around with a system that we all know is not working.
According to a new Senate report, she's not alone. Her claim is one of a whopping $596,000 that needs to be resolved, a process expected to take over 5 years.
It is an international embarrassment that the government has failed to pay tens of thousands of its own correctly and on time.
The scathing report says there is little evidence the government has learned its lesson, and no one has been held to account for the disastrous program.
There is no guarantee that everything is in place to prevent this from happening again.
The Auditor General revealed that 3 senior public service executives approved the system despite repeated warnings it wasn't ready. Their identities have not been publicly revealed, but the government has confirmed they were not fired. Instead, 2 were shuffled to new jobs and 1 retired, part of what the Senate and the Auditor General have termed a culture problem in the public service, where bad news is downplayed and no one takes responsibility for mistakes. Something the Canadian Taxpayers Federation says must change.
When you have a public service project that was managed in a way that cost taxpayers $2.2 billion, you need to have a way of holding those people accountable, and being able to fire them is an important part of that accountability.
Senators did not subpoena the bureaucrats to testify, but were quick to point the finger at politicians.
The responsibility lies in the hands of the cabinet, it lies in the hands of the minister.
Mercedes joins us now. So Mercedes, what was the reaction from the minister today?
Well, the minister is still blaming the former Conservative government and Stephen Harper. They say they're going to fix this system as the Liberal government, and they're going to replace the Phoenix pay system, but that could be years away. At the end of the day, Canadians are left with this bizarre and maddening situation where Ottawa is telling us it's going to cost about $2.2 billion to fix this, but nobody can tell us when or how that fix is going to happen.